Muy buenas a todos chicos y chicas, soy Pride, bienvenidos a un nuevo vídeo de Gorod Krovi. Ya he vuelto de mis vacaciones en la playa, los últimos vídeos que habéis tenido en el canal eran vídeos que programé, pero bueno, ya estamos de vuelta, así que vamos al grano. Sabéis que nada más salir el mapa empecé a subir frases y radios de Monty que se iban descubriendo poco a poco. Pues bien, durante estas 2 semanas se han encontrado más radios y mensajes de Monty y en este vídeo os traigo eso, una recopilación de todas las frases de Monty que hay en Gorod Krovi. Habla sobre Maxis, sobre Samantha, sobre cómo funciona el universo de zombies y muchas más cosas. Así que aquí os las dejo, la mayoría en inglés porque en otros idiomas algunas radios están bugueadas, así que nada, espero que os gusten y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo. ¡Adiós!
He estado observando. He visto todas y cada una de vuestras fechorías. Sé quiénes sois. El universo al completo está roto, fracturado. Y una parte nada despreciable de la culpa la tenéis vosotros, payasos. ¿Y sabéis qué? Vais a arreglarlo. Mirad, vosotros haced lo de siempre. Prestad atención a las radios y demás. Yo os ayudaré cuando pueda.
Hello? Testing, testing, Do you hear me? Testing, testing. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing all this. I'm almost 100% certain that you can hear me. So let's not fanny about. Okay, where best to start? The universe is big. Really big. So try to imagine the biggest thing that you can, and then imagine you're way off. It's 1,000,000,000 billion trillion, zillion times bigger than that. Actually, don't worry about the size. It's fucking huge. We'll just leave it at that. More important than its humongous proportions is the fact that the universe is a living, breathing thing, ever-changing, ever-shifting, existing across and beyond time and space itself. With me so far? All right. So you've got this universe, this big, changey, already volatile universe, and then you shatter it with a hammer, a metaphorical hammer, and it cracks and splinters into 1,000,000 other universes, all coexisting at exactly the same time. Do you have any idea how difficult that is to keep track of? I may be omnipotent, but I can't be everywhere. Now, if it had been entirely up to me, you numbskulls would be the last people I would entrust with this, but due to factors outside my control, you're all I've got. I know there's a lot going on. I know it's a lot to take in, but the universe is deeply unstable right now, and things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. Crazy as things are, I will try my absolute best to give you all some one-on-one time, some good old-fashioned TLC. Do this right, and everything will be okay. Pinky promise. Nikolai Belinsky, this can't be easy for you, knowing what happened in Stalingrad. You'll be hard-pushed to find any historian who wouldn't list this in the top 10 all-time most horrible events in human history. Even without the dragons. You may not have lived it, Nikolai, but you never forgot. No matter how hard you tried. You just didn't talk about it. I don't get that about you people sometimes. Your whole sense of reality is built only upon the things that are talked about. If it isn't said, it didn't happen. There are certain things that you can't ever change, Nikolai. All I ask is that you do the right thing. The right thing for everyone. All right, Tank. I'm going to need you to trust me, okay? You've done really, really well so far, but I honestly think it's going to be easier if I just talk you through some things. Now, let's be honest. You don't really know who you are, do you? You've been bouncing around time and space for years, yelling all sorts of obscenities. And by the way, your language is fucking disgraceful sometimes. You should wash your mouth out with soap. Anyway, we'll talk again soon and I'll explain everything. Just give a little time to double-check my flowcharts. Right, where were we, Tank? Actually, more to the point, where are you? Are you up to speed? Do you know exactly what you're doing? Or is the 115 delusion so bad you're still calling in field reports, even though no one is listening? Sorry, that's unfair. I was listening. I heard every word you said. You're a good soldier. You always were. So, Richthofen, I'm kind of surprised that you've gone along with him this far. Didn't you absolutely despise him at one point? Anyway, keep a close eye on him. I think he's up to something. Takeo Masaki. Wow. Those wounds are fresh, aren't they? The bitter sting of betrayal. The absolute collapse of the singular belief that has been the driving force in your life for as long as you can remember. What now, Takeo? What do you do when the metaphorical rug has been pulled out from under your feet? I'll tell you what you do, Takeo. You do what you've always done. You fight. Only difference is that you do it for yourself, not for some misplaced sense of duty or honor. So, besides the changes to your own outlook, have you noticed a change in Richthofen? Dempsey? Well, I'm not trying to stir things up, but does it seem to you like the two of them may be scheming between themselves? I have to admit something to you, Edward. Something I've never, ever had to admit to anyone before. It's really quite embarrassing. You ready? Here it is. I don't understand you, matey. I don't understand a single thing about what makes you tick. You are the closest thing to an absolute distillation of obtuse obstructionism and unparalleled maniacal chaos in human form as it is possible to imagine. Look, I know you've had a lot to deal with. I know how hard you've been trying, but I really can't be sure exactly why you're doing it. I mean, it's not as if you owe Maxis anything. Is it? I don't know. Maybe some of the paranoia is starting to rub off on me. But let me tell you this, my little German friend. I've got my eye on you. Maxis. He was the first. The vessel you constructed for him back in World War I somehow shielded him from the influence of Element 115. He opened the portal between the worlds and, well, that's where and when shit really went tits up. The world within the world got turned upside down and inside out, if you can imagine such a thing. So, anyway, it was around then that I was forced to step in. Samantha. Oh, boy. You ever heard the phrase, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned? Well, that fury is even worse with a little girl, especially one as confused as that poor child is. She really didn't get much of a chance, did she? Right out of the gate, she was thrown into this madness before she could ever figure out exactly who she was. Still, that's all ancient history now. She's safe in the house. Okay, here's a quick cheat sheet. You all fought in World War I. Whoopee! You were badass heroes. That was true. That happened. Later, some other versions of you ended up as lab rats in some crazy World War II experiments. Experiments that left you a bit, kind of, not that smart. Your memories were mostly erased, and you just kind of bumbled and stumbled around in time and space, oblivious to your past and future actions. You know how people say that every snowflake is unique? That every single one is an individual or one-of-a-kind, irrefutable evidence of the miracles of Mother Nature? Well, it's not true. Snowflakes aren't all that unique. There are really only about 12 different designs. The point I'm making is that you lot are hardly one-of-a-kind snowflakes. You were fragmented across a multitude of different realities, but each and every one is basically the same. You are all you. The liar, the braggart, the drunk. The one who didn't know what he had until it was gone. The good soldier. Never disobeyed orders, never broke protocol, still kicked ass all the same. The loyal servant. A warrior out of time, born too late or born too early. Honor-bound to dying traditions. The man-child, broken and twisted by a life burdened with knowledge. Living like a soul who is perpetually drowning. You need to stop thinking in terms of originals, old and new. It's not like that. When you look in the mirror, it's still you. If you crack that mirror, you see multiple reflections. It doesn't mean you've actually multiplied, does it? Honestly, I'm not sure why I'm trying to explain it. Shit's fucked up. Please, fix it. You see, the thing is, I'm meant to stay on the sidelines, not really supposed to get involved. Free will and all that stuff. Oh, that was my idea, by the way. However, I do see stuff now and then that makes me go, ooh, that's not good. I really should do something. But the thing is, all I can really do is give things a little nudge. Sow a seed, plant an idea, see what grows, see what sticks. Where do you think all these magic weapon boxes come from? The chalk drawings on the wall, the magic ammo drops? The gumball machines? Do I need to go on, or do you get the message? I just hope you appreciate it.
Muy bien. Nikolai, Dempsey, Takeo. Os estoy hablando solo a vosotros. Richtofen no puede oírme. Mas probablemente esté a lo suyo. Como siempre, supongo. La buena noticia es que ya casi habéis terminado. Muy pronto llegará el momento de venir a la casa. Este plan a gran escala. Muchas cosas han dependido de Richtofen. Antes de alcanzaros, se pasó años viajando, buscando las versiones adecuadas de vosotros. Las que tenían la llave para cerrar las otras dimensiones. Creo que a estas alturas ya sabéis lo que eso conlleva. La cosa es que actualmente se ha convertido en una especie de carga. Lleva siglos en la casa. Pero no le digáis nada. De todas formas, todo cobrará sentido cuando lleguéis aquí. Ya lo veréis. En serio, todo saldrá bien. Oh, mierda. Se me olvidó completamente presentarme. Soy el Doctor Monty. Hola. Encantado de veros a todos.